So the question has come up a number of times with some of my recent clients and even seeing posts by other loan officers about should you be buying down the interest rate? What you're doing when you're paying points is you're basically paying interest in advance on a loan. So you're telling the lender that for a 6.5% interest rate, you're willing to pay 1 point up front for that interest rate. Now, you may not have that money to pay up front, and instead of paying that money, you just take a higher interest rate. And what that does is really just save you in closing costs. But listen, in today's market, with especially here in Southwest Florida, we could see that the market is slowing down. There are more homes on the market, and there are builders that are giving incentives to lower the interest rate. So obviously, it is a good idea right now to, when you're purchasing a home, to ask the seller for concessions towards closing costs so you can reduce your interest rate. You may think that the rates are going to go down in the future and you're going to want to refinance to get that lower rate. And that could be the case. But typically, especially in Florida, if your rate is not dropping by a full percentage point, it may not be worth it to refinance unless you can get out of mortgage insurance or you're putting yourself into a better loan product. So instead of looking at refinancing, which is costly because you're going to have closing costs again, when you purchase a home right now, it's likely better to negotiate to buy down your interest rate permanently so you can get a lower rate now instead of worrying about refinancing in the future. And remember, it's not what the sales price is on a home, it's what your monthly payment is, and can you afford that monthly payment now and in the future. If you have questions about purchasing a home in Florida, if you have questions about interest rates and whether you should be buying down the rate or whether you should be going for a 2-1 buy down, please feel free to reach out to me.